In this session, we are going to see how to clean data using Pandas. So, we are basically going to learn how we can treat the missing values, how we can treat the duplicates in our data. So, let's see how it works. Now, I am going to read one of my Excel file, data-test. I am going to see its data. So let's print it. So it has 13 rows and 21 columns. Okay, so in this data, this is the same data, but it just have few rows, just 13 rows and 21 columns in my data test, and it has 21 columns. So these are the same columns which we worked previously. Then I want to see in my data test which column has null values. So do we have null? For that we use isNull function. IsNull function is used to see which column has null values. So it is printed. You can see battery power, it is all false, blue false. Then we have trues over here. Two trues we have two null values in int underscore memory. We have around 8 null values in px height and no other null values. So for that, see, right now this 13 rows data is just in front of our eyes. Suppose we have around thousands of data. We are not going to scroll down. So what we'll do is we will use a sum function and we will see for which column has how many nulls. So we just saw int memory has 2 and px underscore height has 8 null values. Now, so see, I have all these columns. I want my data to be sorted using by one column. So let me show you. We will use a sort function. In case if we want to sort our data, so for that we will use a sort function. Sort underscore values by, and also using which column, on which column we want to sort. So I want to sort my data by blue column. So I'll write my data test, my data frame name here dot sort underscore values, and then in bracket by. I can even show you the parameters. For that you have to click here, shift tab, and you will see all the parameters over here. So you can see by. So by is a mandatory parameter to be given. So by in the column name by which you want to sort. Then axis equals to 0 is by default. Ascending true and in place is equals to false. I'll let you know what is in place is equals to true and false later on. Then all others. You can also see the description over here for each and every parameter. Let's run this and you will see this is sorted by blue column. So all the zeros on top, and you will see the indexing 0, 6, 7, then 1, 2, 3, 4 as 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, so it is sorted using by blue. Oh, my system is hanged. Okay, it is working now. Then okay, then see, now I want to handle my missing values. So we just saw how many columns have missing values, how many missing values are there in our column. Now I want to see, now I want to drop the missing values. So there are multiple ways to drop. One is just write a function drop any. It is going to drop all the rows. It is going to drop all the rows with null values, like it. You can see here true. So it will drop this till 0 till 7, and then yes, these two, but it is included. So it will drop 0 to 7, and you will be with 8 to 12. So let's see how it works. Shift enter. So my data frame name dot drop NA, and you can see 8 to 12 are printed. It deleted all the rows with it. If there is one or more null values over there in any column, it will delete all the rows. So, but this is not a good way. Suppose, see, I have this all data which is relevant for me for building my models, or which is relevant for me in my further analysis, and it is all dropped. So this is not a good way to drop all the rows with null values. Okay, I'll show you how we can handle this. Now this is how it is dropped by using with rows. We drop the rows. Now I want to drop those columns which have null values. I just want to drop particular column. Suppose that column is not relevant for me. It already has 90%, 95% of null value, just 5% of values, and I want to drop it. So for that, we will use drop NA and access equals to true. Let me read that data once again. It's here. I am going to drop my column with null value. So for that, shift enter, use access equals to 1. So I used to have two columns, height, px height, and int memory. You can see here both the columns are dropped. We don't have px height and int memory. But again, I see px height, there are around 80% of missing value, but in int memory 95 values are there, 95% values are there, and it got dropped. So this is also not a right way. Now another way is we use a threshold is equals to 2. What it do is, let me read that data once again first, because it already dropped my missing columns, so it will not work. Where is it?